The envelope had no return address, just her name, written in trembling ink. Charlotte Whitmore. She found it tucked beneath her windshield wiper after school, soaked from the drizzle. Her heart raced as she tore it open in the back seat of her driver's car. Inside was a single faded photograph of a baby wrapped in a worn hospital blanket. On the back, someone had scribbled, "You asked for the truth. Start here." Charlotte's hands trembled. 16 years old, daughter of Preston Whitmore, the billionaire CEO of Whitmore Technologies. And suddenly, her carefully curated world had a crack in it, so deep it made her stomach twist. She stuffed the envelope into her coat before the driver could glance back. Her pulse pounded with something she hadn't felt in years: fear. Back then, everything had been rehearsed, staged, and silent. Charlotte had met Liam Harper in sophomore chemistry. He wasn't from her world. No security detail. No Rolex. Just the scholarship kid with a crooked smile and paint on his fingers. He'd offered to help her study for the midterm. She said yes to distract herself from the weight of her family name. She never expected to fall in love. When she found out she was pregnant, she didn't tell anyone. Not Liam. Not her best friend. No one. She held onto the secret like it was something fragile she could protect. Until she fainted during a Whitmore Foundation gala. Her parents, Preston and Diana Whitmore, were humiliated. They didn't scream. They didn't cry. They held a family meeting in the study, doors shut tight, their lawyer present, and silence so thick it could choke a child. Preston stood by the fireplace in his custom-made Italian suit and delivered the verdict as if discussing quarterly losses. "We will not let this destroy what we've built. The baby will be placed in a private adoption. The records will be sealed. And Charlotte," he looked her in the eyes, "you will never speak of this again, to anyone." Diana added quietly, "If you care about your future, about this family, you'll let us handle it. You're not ready to be a mother, sweetheart. You're just a child." Charlotte tried to protest. She begged. But in the Whitmore estate, control was law. She gave birth in a private wing of a clinic upstate, under sedation. When she woke up, her arms were empty. They told her it was for the best. They never gave her a name, never let her hold the child. The only evidence of her daughter's existence was the cold scar across her heart. Years passed. Charlotte buried herself in school, then in business. She was now 22, poised to inherit a seat on the Whitmore board, following in her father's footsteps. The press called her the tech heiress with a heart. But that heart had been broken long before any headline tried to claim it. Until today. She stared at the photo again. The baby had her nose. That wasn't coincidence. Someone knew. And they wanted her to remember. Back at the Whitmore estate that evening, she slipped into the library and opened the drawer where her parents kept the locked files. Her father was out of town. Her mother was hosting a charity dinner downstairs. Charlotte used a duplicate key she had made in secret years ago. She found it. File code CW September. Inside were medical records with her name blacked out, adoption papers stamped with the seal of a private agency called North Haven Family Services, and a memo from a man named Dr. Elliot Green. She photographed everything. Then she burned the file in the fireplace. She knew what would come next. Her parents would try to stop her. But Charlotte had lived 6 years in silence, and another 6 pretending she didn't hear the phantom cry of a baby in her dreams. She had waited long enough. The next morning, Charlotte sat across from Liam Harper in a downtown cafe. He looked older, stronger, a bit tired around the eyes, but his presence still made her heart pause. "You said it was urgent," he said. "Are you okay?" "I found her," she said, voice cracking. Liam froze. He hadn't known. He hadn't been told. He stared at her, the world shifting beneath his feet. "You? What do you mean her? I was pregnant. Back then. And they took her, Liam. My parents arranged everything. I wasn't allowed to tell you. I was scared. I didn't know how to fight them. But I never stopped thinking about her. Liam's face paled. His lips parted, but no words came. She slid the photo across the table. His hands shook as he picked it up. That's our daughter? Charlotte nodded. I think someone wants me to find her now, but I need your help. Liam's eyes remained locked on the photograph, his mind racing through years he had tried to bury. He reached across the table, gripping Charlotte's hand with quiet desperation. We lost her because no one wanted the truth to come out, he said, voice barely above a whisper. But I never stopped wondering. What if? Charlotte swallowed the lump in her throat. I'm done hiding. I want to find her, no matter what it takes. Liam nodded. Then we'll find her together. The first step was to dig into North Haven Family Services. The agency was notorious in underground circles whispers of high-profile clients and secret adoptions circulated like dark rumors. Its operations were shrouded in confidentiality, making it nearly impossible for ordinary people to uncover the truth. But Charlotte wasn't ordinary. Using her connections from the tech world, she managed to hack into restricted databases. Her fingers flew over the keyboard, a digital warrior fueled by years of suppressed rage and maternal instinct. She found a name, Maya Whitmore. It was the alias used on adoption papers, but no further records existed. Then, a lead. A social worker named Helen Crawford had recently retired, known for her compassion, but also for questioning the agency's ethics. The following day, Charlotte and Liam tracked down Helen's modest home in a quiet suburb. The door creaked open before they could knock. An older woman with kind eyes and a guarded smile stood before them. Can I help you? Helen asked cautiously. Charlotte's voice softened. I'm Charlotte Whitmore. I'm trying to find a girl my daughter. I believe you might have known her. Helen's expression flickered between surprise and sorrow. Child, there are things you don't understand. The agency. It wasn't always about protecting families. Sometimes it was about protecting reputations at any cost. Charlotte's heart pounded. Did you help place her? Helen nodded slowly. Yes, but I always wished things were different. I'll tell you what I know, but you must promise to be careful. Some people still watch closely. Over the next few hours, Helen revealed fragments of the truth. Maya had been placed with a foster family far from the city, a quiet couple named the Bennetts, who lived miles away from the Whitmore shadow. But after only 2 years, Maya disappeared from official records. The agency declared her relocated due to family privacy. Helen looked away. I suspect someone wanted her hidden, really hidden. Charlotte's mind spun. Her daughter wasn't just lost. She was deliberately erased. Liam clenched his jaw. We have to find her before it's too late. Back at the Whitmore estate, whispers began to swirl. Diana Whitmore, elegant and commanding, had caught wind of Charlotte's inquiries. She summoned her daughter to the grand drawing room, where the walls echoed with generations of secrets. Charlotte, her mother's voice was ice. Stop this foolishness. You don't know what you're getting yourself into. I have to know the truth, Charlotte said firmly. I deserve that much. Preston appeared silently behind his wife, his gaze sharp and unyielding. You're risking everything, our family, our company. This obsession will ruin you. Charlotte's eyes blazed. I'm not afraid anymore. The confrontation escalated, but Charlotte stood her ground. That night, she lay awake, haunted by the memory of a lullaby her mother used to sing, the one her daughter would never hear. Determined, she made a decision. If the Whitmores would not help her, she would find Maya alone. Her investigation led her to unexpected places. Abandoned playgrounds, quiet foster homes, whispered rumors of a girl with golden eyes and a laugh like sunshine. Each step drew her closer to a truth wrapped in shadows. Suddenly, an anonymous message arrived on Charlotte's phone. "Stop digging, or you'll lose more than you've already lost." The warning sent a chill through her veins. But Charlotte's resolve hardened. For her daughter, for justice, for the family she refused to lose again. Charlotte stared at the screen, the threatening message glowing ominously in the dark. The number was untraceable. Whoever sent it wanted her to back down. But she felt only the opposite of fire, ignited deep inside. "Liam," she whispered into the phone. "They know. They're watching us." His voice was steady on the other end. "Then we have to move faster. No more mistakes." They agreed to meet at a small diner off the beaten path, a place away from cameras and prying eyes. As they sat across from each other, Charlotte's hands nervously twisted the silver locket she always wore, a gift from her mother before everything fell apart. "We need allies," Liam said quietly. "People who know the system inside out." Charlotte nodded. Helen mentioned someone, a private investigator. Name's Marcus. "He's helped others expose corrupt adoptions." Liam dialed Marcus's number. The line clicked. A gruff voice answered. "I hear you're looking for someone who was never meant to be found." Charlotte felt a shiver. "Yes," she said. "Her name's Maya. I'm her mother." Marcus agreed to meet, but warned them of the risks. This isn't just about one lost child. It's bigger. Money, power, and lies all tangled up. At their meeting, he slid a folder across the table. Inside were photographs, snapshots of Maya taken recently from a distance. "She's alive," Marcus said, "and someone's keeping her under watch." Charlotte's heart pounded. "Where?" Marcus hesitated. "That's what we need to find out, but be careful. The Whitmores aren't the only ones who want this buried." As days passed, Charlotte noticed shadows moving just beyond her vision. A car parked too long near her apartment, a man in a dark coat watching from across the street. Her parents' warnings echoed in her mind, but the guilt was heavier. Every day she wasn't with Maya was another day lost. One evening, Charlotte received an unexpected visitor, her father, Preston Whitmore. His expression was unreadable, but his tone was colder than ever. "You're playing a dangerous game, Charlotte." She met his gaze, steady and defiant. "Maybe, but it's my game." Preston didn't stay long. He left her with a chilling reminder. "Stop this now, or you'll destroy everything, including yourself." But Charlotte was past caring. The next morning, she found an envelope slipped under her door. Inside was a single key, worn, old, and unmarked. Attached was a note. "This opens the past. Find the truth." The key led Charlotte and Liam to an old warehouse on the outskirts of the city. Inside, dust and silence greeted them, but they discovered a hidden room filled with files, photographs, and videos. Among the footage was a tape labeled Maya Whitmore, file number 17. Charlotte's hands shook as she pressed play. On the screen, a small girl with golden eyes laughed softly, playing with toys in a sunlit room. Then the video shifted. A woman's voice whispered, "Keep her safe. No one can know." Charlotte's breath caught in her throat. "Who is she?" Liam asked. "I don't know," Charlotte replied. "But she's connected to Maya. Someone was watching her, protecting her." As they sifted through the evidence, a pattern emerged, a web of secrets linking powerful people determined to keep Maya hidden. That night, Charlotte looked out at the city skyline, feeling the weight of generations pressing down on her. But she wasn't alone. For the first time, she had a plan, allies, and a purpose. To bring Maya home. Charlotte's phone buzzed. A message from an unknown number. "Meet me at the old pier. Midnight. Come alone." Her pulse quickened. Was this a trap? Or the breakthrough she'd been waiting for? She debated. Ben typed back, "Why should I trust you?" No reply. That night, she slipped out quietly, leaving Liam a note. Her heels clicked against the pavement as she approached the fog-shrouded pier. The salty air bit at her skin. A shadow stepped forward. "Charlotte Whitmore," a voice said. "I'm Daniel. I used to work for your father." Charlotte's eyes narrowed. "What do you want?" Daniel's face was weary. "To help. I couldn't live with the lies anymore." He handed her a file thick with documents, bank transfers, encrypted emails, and a name repeatedly mentioned: the Crowley Foundation. "The Crowley Foundation," Liam said later, after they analyzed the data. "A shell organization your father used to funnel money through North Haven." Charlotte's hands clenched. "They bought silence. Bought my daughter's disappearance?" Determined, she arranged a secret meeting with a Crowley insider, a whistleblower named Emma. Emma's voice was low, scared. "They threatened me. But you need to know, Maya isn't just hidden. She's being groomed to stay silent." Days blurred into nights. Charlotte's resolve was tested by surveillance, threats, and betrayals. But she uncovered a crucial lead. Maya was attending a private boarding school under an assumed name. Posing as a new teacher, Charlotte planned to infiltrate the school, her last chance to reach her daughter. The school was imposing, cold stone walls and sharp eyes. Every step she took was watched. Inside, Maya was a mystery, distant, cautious, but unmistakably her daughter. Their first meeting was fraught with tension. "Maya," Charlotte whispered, "I'm your mother." Maya's eyes flashed with anger and confusion. "Why did you leave me?" she asked. Charlotte swallowed years of silence. "I never left. I was forced to stay away. But I'm here now." The school days passed in secret meetings and stolen moments. Maya was torn, loyal to the only life she knew, but aching for the truth. Meanwhile, the Whitmore's grip tightened. Diana called Charlotte, voice sharp. "Let her go, Charlotte. Some secrets are better buried." But Charlotte's answer was steel. "No, this time I fight." The tension exploded one stormy night. Charlotte found Maya standing on the school's rooftop, tears mingling with rain. "I don't belong anywhere," Maya said. "You belong with me," Charlotte insisted. "And together we'll break free." In that moment, a figure appeared Preston, eyes cold, voice thunderous. "Enough, Charlotte. You'll ruin everything." A standoff erupted, a battle of wills and generations. Maya made a choice that night, one that would change their lives forever. The storm raged around them, lightning slicing the night sky as Preston's figure loomed over the rooftop. "Maya," he said, voice cold as ice, "you belong with us. You're a Whitmore, whether you like it or not." Maya looked at her mother, then back at Preston, her golden eyes shimmering with tears and defiance. "No," she whispered, "I belong to myself." Charlotte stepped forward, wrapping an arm around Maya's trembling shoulders. "For years they tried to erase you," Charlotte said softly. "But you're stronger than their secrets." Preston's jaw clenched. "This ends now." But Diana appeared behind him, her face betraying a rare flicker of doubt. "Let her go, Preston," she said quietly. "Maybe it's time for truth." That night, Maya chose freedom over fear. With her mother's support, she confronted the legacy that tried to bury her. Together, they exposed the dark underbelly of the Whitmore empire, hidden adoptions, silenced voices, and the cost of power. The media storm was relentless. Headlines screamed about the Whitmore scandal, shaking the foundation of the tech dynasty. But amidst the chaos, Maya found her voice. She spoke about identity, resilience, and the unbreakable bond of family, no matter how hidden or broken. Charlotte and Maya rebuilt what was lost slowly, painfully, but with fierce determination. Liam stood by their side, a steady anchor in a world that had tried to tear them apart. And though scars remained, they were no longer invisible. The Whitmores had lost their grip on the past, but Charlotte and Maya had reclaimed their future. In the quiet moments after the storm, Charlotte held her daughter close, whispering a promise. "We'll never let them take you away again." And for the first time in years, Maya smiled a smile born from truth, courage, and love.